Hello everybody. Welcome back for another video. Hope you're all doing well and that you're all having a great day. As always, leaving a like, leaving a comment, leaving 2 comments, whoa, or subscribing. All these things do help the channel and are very much appreciated. Welcome back to another What I'm Buying This Week. As always, please remember that this is not financial advice. It is simply me basically talking about these speculative items that I'm going to be throwing my money into because I like to invest in a lot of different things, a lot of things I like to invest in. I know they're all for the future, but I like a lot of really far ahead in the future things that usually have to do with art. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. The first thing that I am most certainly, because I've been holding back on it for a while, going to be purchasing this week is from an artist called Piet Parra, P-I-E-T space P-A-R-R-A. He is a very famous Dutch artist. I assume he's Dutch. He lives in, almost said Dutchland. He lives in Amsterdam, I believe. Jeez Louise. And I find his work personally to be quite interesting. I actually like the stuff that he does, which is very rare for a lot of the artists who I actually collect. Once again, I do not collect artists that I only find their work, beautiful. I collect them because I believe in the future they're going to appreciate quite well based on their past auction history. I usually look for information from usually Sotheby's or Christie's, and also a website called Artsy, A-R-T-S-Y. You can type in the name of the artist and then Artsy on Google, and then you kind of go to the website, click on artworks, and you'll kind of see all the stuff that they currently have for sale. He's very popular. On his website, not affiliated, there are a number of open edition posters. If you've watched the channel before, you know that I love open edition posters because they're never actually open edition. Typically what happens is an artist will release a poster on their website. It just happens to not be signed or numbered. However, after a year or so, they take it down and simply add on another new product. I think I've purchased multiple of every single poster that he has on the website, but I believe he has 2 or 3 new ones that I don't have yet. The reason why I mentioned earlier that I will most definitely be buying these things is because a lot of last year, all of last year, was focused only on digital investments. Only. Everything I bought was either crypto, NFTs, I think that's about it. It kind of consumed my life. I wanted to have a year just to see how much I could push into all these markets and see if they had any level of significant return. But I've now moved at least a toe back over to buying more physical things. I'm going to be buying his open edition prints and also his, what do you call it? He has skateboards, skate decks as well. Skateboard collection, art collecting, has become quite popular within the last 10 to 15 years. A lot of people who started the mega trend was because of Supreme, the clothing company, and because of their collaboration with, I believe it was Jeff Koons, K-O-O-N-S, and Damien Hirst, H-I-R-S-T. These are now worth thousands, tens of thousands, same exact way the original Cause pieces are worth a lot. So this trend began to move into artists also creating skateboards of their works as well. Shepard Fairey also does this a lot. He used to have them on his website. I mean, they were I think $40 each. Now they go for several hundred because they're impossible to find. So I collect all of these things because I think they also present very well. If you have my goal is to have around 500 skateboards, but I think the average person would maybe have about 5 to 10 in their living room. It shows pretty nice on the wall and stuff like that. But anyway, I'm a very obsessive collector. I never just buy one of anything, and I don't mind it, if I can be completely honest. I've looked to see if I had art pieces before. I always look at auction prices, and I see that something from a particular artist of a piece of work that I have has sold very well, and I'm like, oh, I wish I had one. And I look and I have 4 or 5 of them because I buy multiple of everything. Anyway, yeah, so Piet Parra open editions on his website. I like his stuff. Yeah. Next up, we've spoken about this one before. I will be buying the cryptocurrency known as OMI. That is O-M-I, otherwise known as Ecomi, E-C-O-M-I. I've mentioned this in a couple of other videos before. Since then, at least at the time of me making this video, the price has slumped because a lot of people, I mean, let's be completely honest, it's been the retractments of the cryptocurrency market the last couple of months, and it's also still, at the time of me making this video, the ongoing conflict in Europe and stock markets not doing too well. So every other asset has kind of slid down during this time, especially more speculative ones. I do still myself believe that the VV app is going to be one of the more popular ones in the coming years, especially once all the MTL, money transmitter license, OMI to NFT, NFT to OMI things have been sorted out. I think we're going to see a huge amount of people rush to the app. The OMI token burn is still happening. I think about a good 6 or 7 days ago, the price, like, I don't want to say the word collapsed, but fell by like 15 to 20%. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to buy more. Once again, not investment advice, but I'm still feeling this really strong, like OMI XRP connection. Kind of like the underdog. No one's paying attention to it. It's not on any major cryptocurrency exchanges. At some point, this will, because let's be honest with ourselves, Coinbase is listing everything. They just announced about a week and a half ago that they're listing every single coin that they possibly can onto their platform. At some point, OMI is going to be listed on Binance, on Kraken, and on Coinbase. And I do believe myself, it's gonna hit at least 5 to 10 cents. The normal number that people throw out there is around $1. 5 to 10 cents is completely doable for something that's burning the actual coin supply, is associated with Marvel and Disney, and also that no one's paying attention to right now while whales are buying huge, massive amounts. So I will be buying OMI. I'm not sure of the exact amount of OMI that I'm going to be buying. It's more of a, oh, here's $800 extra, let me throw that into OMI kind of thing. If I find money, because for those of you who don't know, I think people thought I was joking 2 years ago when year and a half ago when I first made this channel. I mentioned before, like, I have, I think, 8 shirts. You'll notice I'm usually always wearing the same kind of shirts, and I cycle through those shirts, 7 days in a week, and then laundry day. I don't really buy new clothing for myself. I don't feel a need to buy a new shirt or buy all these things to kind of show off to people. I have 2 pairs of shoes. All the other money that I would have spent on video games or DVDs, Blu-rays, or anything else that people treat themselves with goes into investments. Like, this is why I make these videos, like, there's like always a new one, like what I'm buying this week, because I made I don't want to say, I guess it's like kind of a promise to myself. I want to see how much money I can make in the next 5 to 10 years by just investing. But I've always kind of lived this way, like I put as much money as I can into different investments, and a lot of them end up paying off. So that's just kind of where I find the extra money from. If I would have done something that I normally probably wouldn't be doing anyway, like buying a new coat because I have 3 of them already. Anyway, that's I'm going to be buying some OMI news. Yeah. And to finish things off, the last thing I'm going to be buying is just more Shepard Fairey open editions. If you haven't watched the other videos before, go do so. However, the point is, Shepard Fairey remains a gigantic, iconic figure, and I keep being reminded of this all the time whenever I'm on Instagram and I see other people posting about his work, the murals that he's done. He posts a lot of times if he is going to like Lisbon or some other place. There's lines of hundreds of people there to meet him, constant engagement on his Instagram, what have you, so on and so forth. We've also, I told you before, I don't know if I've showed you the numbers. I'll try and show some images. I can't always find them because the internet is a vast place. A lot of his other open editions, the ones that are simply signed on his websites, also not affiliated with him in any way, they tend to do extremely well when they're no longer on the website. Or even after they're on the website, you can still sell some of them for 10, 20, 30 more than you got them for. But for me, it's all extremely long-term holds. So the idea, here's my opinion, being able to buy something for 35, same as in the past, his other editions for 35, 5, 6, 7 years later now sell for $200, $300, $400, $500 as they're no longer on the website. I assume as time goes on, these will eventually be worth over $1,000. How do I know that? I don't know for certain. I get a lot of people asking me, well, how do you know that these prices, how does anyone know anything? When you buy a house, how do you know that the value is going to increase? Kind of just that thing. Once again, the idea for me being, if I buy something, can buy something for 35, and I have a very strong inkling it's going to be worth $200, $300, $400, $500 in the next couple of years, why would I only buy one? So I usually end up getting these really crazy shipments. If you never order like a bulk buy from his website, you know how they normally have those like wooden, long wooden tubes that they kind of like roll the paper into. They have like even larger ones, and they're like this big, and I got one time, and I was like, and I took everything out, unraveled it, and like it flew all across. Anyway, the point is, yeah, so it's more of a spend 350 to potentially make 10,000 in the future. This is usually my mindset when it comes to buying art, because I keep buying. I don't know if you know, I didn't tell you guys. I bought so much art the last couple of weeks trying to get back into the flow of buying more physical things. I forgot that I bought stuff. I contacted a company and I was like, hey, I bought something from you. Where's my stuff? And they were like, it actually was delivered in February. And I was like, all right. And then I checked around, and I actually had like a mountain of things that were just completely unopened, and the 5 prints were in there. Anyway, I do hope that you've all enjoyed. Let me know what you're going to be buying this week. I'd love to hear if you guys also have other things that you're also going to be buying. I can't be the only one constantly investing in every single thing that I see. I do hope you all enjoyed. I do hope you all are having a great day, a great morning, a great afternoon, a great evening, wherever you are, wherever you might be. I do hope that it is absolutely fantastic. Thank you all once again for watching, listening, and or supporting, and I will most certainly be talking to you all soon. See